Blackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Tuesday and welcome back to the series Pagan Problems. Today we're going to talk about crones and sages. Listen to your elders. I'm sure we have all heard that at least once in our lives and probably many times after coming to paganism. But there are hurdles to this. Past bad experiences with other religions that relied on reasons such as because I/the Bible said so, instead of presenting a sensible line of reasoning to justify an idea or a practice, that definitely doesn't make someone more inclined to take the counsel of an older person seriously. And sadly, some within the pagan community who are elders fall into the same trap, or they just don't excel as communicators. Not everyone does, and that becomes an obstacle, and so people aren't able to benefit from their experience. And then on top of that, we have a cultural problem. Wisdom is not valued. Youth, the lifestyle of people who are in their late teens and early 20s, that has been all but deified. And this trope of growing up is a choice, as if it's better not to grow up, that has poisoned the minds of a lot of people. And this has gone on through multiple generations, and it prevents people from emotionally maturing and gaining the mental stature of a crone or a sage. These three unfortunate circumstances have created a vacuum, and just at a point when our society is in desperate need of the wisdom of crones and sages, and there's this conspicuous lack of them. Now, it's true that as people get older, it does become more likely that they can get a bit out of touch. The world is changing very rapidly. It's very hard for people to adapt. And, of course, the difference in attitudes between the generations at this point might as well be the differences of two entirely different cultures who speak different languages. This isn't an easy thing, and I don't want to pretend like I've got this quick, easy peasy fix and that it's all going to be solved if we just listen to me. No. And, but I also don't want to pretend that people who have been fools and pursuing foolishness willingly their entire lives are suddenly going to snap out of it and then automatically possess the wisdom of the ages. That is not a realistic expectation. It's just not going to happen. And of course, as always, we must acknowledge that we can't control what other people do, but what we can do is take an inventory of ourselves to determine if we are continuing to mature intellectually, emotionally, spiritually. Are we sowing the seeds for ourselves to become crones and sages in due course? Now, thankfully, we are not completely bereft and we are not totally without guidance. We pagans have inherited a wealth of philosophy, of ancient wisdom and practical experience of countless generations of people, and we do have some records of it. Incomplete, but we do have them, and there's a reason why people, generation after generation, keep going back to texts like the Havamal, the Celtic Triads, Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, Aristotle's works. There is practical wisdom within these things that continue to have relevance throughout the ages. And the same cannot be said for your average blog or video giving advice or advocating for whatever idea happens to be trending at the moment. Things of that nature have a finite appeal, because ultimately it's just pandering, oftentimes just to help sell products or to get votes for whatever. These are not ideas that can help people live successful and happy lives. So as we sift through information that we have at our disposals and make decisions about what to take to heart and what to dismiss, it's probably a good idea to contemplate the long-term consequences of ideas when put into practice. Does it help people? Does it hurt them? Now, no wisdom is perfect, of course. No wisdom is complete, and no one is always right. But we can always work to improve ourselves and take on ideas that have a good track record, try to apply them in our own life, set an example for others, and then if someone asks, why is this working for you, point them to what we studied and explain why we think it helped us. That way, when our generation becomes the crones and the sages, we can be of some benefit to those who are younger than ourselves. At least that's the theory I'm operating on. But let me know what you think. Tell me in the comments section below, or come see us on Discord at Blackbird's Brew. There's a link to join into the description box below. And we can have a broader conversation about this, about what can we do to better ourselves so that we can in turn be the ones to provide better guidance than what we received. So I hope you'll decide to weigh in on that. I think that could be an exciting exchange, and I hope to see you at Blackbird's Brew. But I think that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.